Yeah. There's so much pressure on my chest. It's like my heart could beat an omen to the test. And I ain't one to fear the moment in the present. More like one ready to press. Never found myself disposable. Underrated, underdressed.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Rabbit Race with Chris.
And Brian.
That's right. That was good timing. I didn't expect you to pick it up that quick.
Not science.
Hey, but anyway, first thing definitely, obviously needs to be addressed. It's been addressed by everybody, but important to say, we lost America's white Bill Cosby today. We lost the father for all, well, minus the...
You might. That's a very bad. No one wants that stigma put next to their name.
He was our father in the 80s and 90s. That's fair enough.
In that sense, but with the recent updates of Bill Cosby and the recent findings, Bob Saget was nowhere near. They were both America's dad. That was the most connection you were going for. I'll give you that. I understand that, but...
Hey, and you want to know what's funny? Is one of them was a doctor, and the other one had like hella people. Like, what was Danny Tanner doing to pay the rent? Because obviously he was struggling. He had all these motherfuckers living with him. Like, so I mean, if anything, Huxtable's more successful.
I have
digress.
Absolutely no idea what Danny Tanner's actual job was. Actually,
that's a good question. What was Danny Tanner's job?
Because Uncle Joey was a comedian, so even if he wasn't super successful, you know, at least he was going out every night doing gigs. He's in San Francisco. He's in a good spot to do fucking gigs every night. And then Jesse was an aspiring musician, but didn't he also have some business? Didn't they have something going on at one point?
I'm looking it up.
But yeah, what was Danny Tanner? Like, that fool could have came home in a suit and they could have given him any job.
That fool's even more of a hero. He was a radio DJ and a sportscaster. Bro.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
That's what Google said. I don't know. I don't remember.
I completely forgot about that. Why wouldn't they highlight that aspect of his life? And they only highlight his stupid, shitty kids.
You know, Tanner was smashing the secretary on the side. Like, he wasn't getting no puss at home. Like,
oh, that fool knew he couldn't bring home Strange.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He had a full house. You know, like, he couldn't be.
Oh my god. To be honest, the girls, like, having his whole family there wasn't an issue. It was that Jesse's gonna fucking steal.
Right.
God damn it, Stamos.
Right. Or no, fucking John Coulier just has like a chronic masturbating outside the bedroom problem. Like,
or he's
like,
just
God damn it, Joey.
He's just butt-ass naked in the living room. When you come inside, you just open up the door. So anyways, my room upstairs is, hey, Joey. In your defense, you didn't know I was going to bring home a woman tonight, but we talked about this.
We've had this conversation, and not on my good blanket.
Again, I can still taste it from last time. What?
Oh, what? But no, like,
they should have highlighted that.
God bless Bob Saget. And man, it's funny because, like, I know a lot of people know he had dirty jokes. It's kind of become like more well known over the time, but I feel like a lot of people who like aren't comedy heads, like people who aren't like big comedy heads, they don't realize how fucked up Bob Saget was. Like, that fool would just go up on stage and talk about fuck him in the pussy, like all this not Danny Tanner shit, and a lot of people don't realize that. You know? And I actually want to show you this video that my buddy, a friend of mine, shared. This is just a piece of it, but a friend of mine shared this, and this dude, just you tell me what you think about it. All right. Hey, can you hear it?
That's pause, brother.
Can you hear it?
Well, that was an experiment that we've now learned. No,
Right,
I cannot hear it. What?
Only few will know the rest. What's respect? I never had enough to say. What's regret? No matter how, and not a dare did my best with what I had to give away. Damn, everything changes. Everything changes.
So even when there's kids, like I'm doing book signings, I'm doing one up to 92nd Street Y tonight, and it's difficult if there's kids there. I do stop myself because I am a dad. It's a very conflicted. It's a good bad. Since I did some inappropriate acts. All right. Well, let's talk. They wanted me to tell it. I told it. Instead of Ashley and Mary Kate, for Michelle, as a 3-year-old kid, they gave me a doll to talk to for rehearsal. A rubber doll, not even plastic. Like a test dummy, it looked like a porn doll. It was just missing the stuff. Sure. You know, all those things. You ever done that? You ever been with one of those things? Well, not in the office. And then you go, what do you do? And then the father's like, watch. Father's like ripping off his kid's clothes, and he takes his wife's bra and he throws it off of her, and he rips off her underwear, and he takes some of the pubes with it. It's horrible, and there's a little bit of blood starts dripping down her leg, and they're all like, women and children are walking up here right now. So the father's like, and then he gets out an epilator, he starts shaving his wife's back. Daughter's got like a little, she's having a friend, she's having a period. So he just pulls out the tampon, throws it at the window, and it sticks. And then they all just start fucking with each other. They go down on each other in all different configurations. It's 69 to 29 because the kids are young. It's 9.
Come on, this is funny.
All of a sudden, the kid can't take it. Diarrhea starts squirting out of his ass. And it won't stop. It's like a hemorrhaging shit ass. It's spinning in a circle.
Okay, you can turn it off. I can't watch it no more.
I mean, come on.
Bro, come on. Like, obviously, he is trying as hard as possible to cross the line.
Yeah, like, that is hilarious. Like, that very first one, like you guys caught him, he slipped up on camera. Like, he knows exactly every word he put there.
Also, the first one was kind of out of context, I think, because when he said, he was talking about doing shows, and he was like, I'll be up there, I want to do all this stuff, and then, like, women and children will come in, and then he'll be like, and, I'm a father, so I'm, like, kind of torn between it, and it's hard to keep myself from doing inappropriate acts. I think he literally meant acts as in, like, jokes.
No, I know, but he knows what he said, and he flipped it funnier. It wasn't like a slip up.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's double, like, that dude, that shit, he's purposely trying to be ridiculous, man. Like, and I understand why a lot of people don't think it's funny. I really do. Like,
I liked the Karen at the end of that. Okay, that's enough. I am repulsed.
I've had it off. I've had it off. I've had it off.
To be honest, it was disgusting. That second was fucking foul.
It's just like mashed up cut clips of a story that makes no sense. That is just disgusting as shit. He's like, we're in 69s, 29s, 9s.
That was hilarious because they were, dude. That was hilarious.
Come on, man. You think pedophiles be talking that openly about that shit? if he was really fucking kids, like you.
He wouldn't be that funny. Nah. Oh man. Nah, I just the goddamn Karen at the end, the repulsiveness, like he, if he could hear that response, he won. Like, right. That's exactly,
yes, that's what he wanted.
Yeah, what do you think? Like, it's just too much. That was his fucking point.
The best way I ever heard it put was by my favorite comedian of all time, the late great Patrice O'Neal, said, the thing with comedy is you don't want the entire crowd laughing. You want half of the crowd dying laughing, and you want the other half of the crowd completely horrified.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's the key to real comedy, because like people laugh at other people being horrified. You know what I mean? Like, if I was sitting there, if I went to a Bob Saget show with my mom and she thought of him as Danny Tanner, and he was going up there talking about, I ripped her panties so fast her pubes came off with it and she started bleeding down her leg, I would laugh. I would laugh because of how mortified my mother would be. And he's like, anyway, I pulled the tampon out of her and threw that through the window. And like, I would be dying laughing at watching my mom just like this. Like, it would be hilarious to me, you know? It'd be better than if we went up there and kind of towed the line of safety and made pretty funny jokes that everyone laughed at, you know?
You know what, man? One of my favorite little Simpsons jokes was an old school one too, where Lisa was babysitting Ralph Wiggum. And so Chief Wiggum and his wife are going out for the night. And Lisa goes, all right, enjoy Bob Saget. Oh, no, it's Bob Seger. And he looks at the tickets. He's like, it is Bob Saget. So, like, imagine being tricked and you end up going to a Bob Saget, like, show. And you don't, like, well, he's a comedy guy from TV. You know, he does clean stuff. It must be okay. Imagine that really going down on date night. Like,
he did a show with John Stamos.
Come on, honey, you like John Stamos.
Everybody loves a tan man with feathered hair.
Perfectly feathered hair. With a chiseled jawline and great dimples. I don't even know who John Stamos is.
I was definitely more of a cool Ye guy.
I'm prettier than Rebecca. No.
Rebecca was 80s hot, bro. She was like 80s, 90s hot.
I was actually talking about his wife or ex-wife, Rebecca Remains Stamos, but Aunt Becky. Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Aunt Becky.
Aunt Becky is mad fine. Even still to this day, when she had to do time for her daughter that she paid for in college, that bitch is still hot.
I forgot she did that shit, bro.
Straight up caught paying her kids way into getting into a good college and had to do time.
I forgot about that shit, bro.
Lori McLaughlin, something like that. So, I don't know, but no, yeah, she was hella pretty. But anyways, no, seriously, imagine taking like first date, like, oh, this girl likes comedy. I like comedy. What a great idea. Let's go out to this guy who has a show called Full House, a family guy. Just a good, let's see what kind of comedy humor she really has.
It's Lori Loughlin.
Lori Loughlin.
And dude, she got out on $1 million bond. And not only that, dude, she was not arrested. She was arrested by the fucking FBI. Like, it was like a big federal investigation thing, dude. Fuck, man.
Yeah, dude.
I remember that. That was a couple years ago, huh?
Yeah. I would say maybe, I don't know.
Oh, she still looks
17.
fine. She still looks fine for 57, bro.
I told you.
Yeah, she looks fine, bro.
She's so hot. I don't need to look at what her college daughter looks like. So I'm just like, hey, what's up, Aunt Becky?
No, she's like you get with the daughter so you can fuck her mom.
I know, right? That's your end. The whole time you're telling the daughter, like, I just don't want to go all the way yet because you're special. When are we going to meet your mom? Thanksgiving is coming up.
I'm really, really family oriented. I can't wait to meet your folks. Oh, your dad's not around anymore? Damn, that's
Hey, Mom, yeah, he's putting in a pool in the backyard and invited you to come over for the summer. And Becky,
hey, babe, run to the store. Me and your mom will finish up dinner. Take your time.
I just want to go shopping for you on Christmas with your mom, so I know to get her something good.
We'll probably be gone all day. Don't worry about calling. We'll probably be busy. Just, we don't want to spoil the surprise. We know we can't keep our mouths shut, and if you call and start asking questions, it's going to ruin the holiday. So just give us our space.
Honey, why do you keep calling my mom Aunt Becky?
And then you finally do fuck her, and you're like, call me Jesse. Call me Jesse.
You just, the first time you meet her, you got a mullet. And your shirt open.
You come in.
Does anyone like Elvis impressions?
You come in dressed all like late 80s, early 90s. Fucking like windbreaker pants.
Hey, you know what? Did you know about Full House was originally going to have a different comedian as Danny Tanner? Do you know about this?
No. Who was it supposed to be?
I don't remember, but his stage presence and lack of familyness was like really awkward. Like his trailer, if you watch it in comparison to Bob Saget's, it was fucking awesome. Like, I want to say the story's actually really messed up where it's like this guy landed, he was like a comedian who flew out to LA to do a real show.
His name's John Posey.
See, very forgettable. But it was something like he was really coming out here to do a show and they shot the pilot and everybody just didn't, like, something was off with him. Like he wasn't as good as what they expected or something. And then Bob Saget came through and fucking sealed it.
All right.
He's way better. You got the comparison?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's
All right.
like even the fucking classic intro scene, they just reshot it with it.
Mr. Posey.
That's not what he looked like.
I
I want you to play the dad. He's like close to 40. Come on in, Brett.
What's respect? I never had enough to say. What's regret? No matter how and not a dare, did my best with what I had to give away. Damn, everything changes. Everything changes. Everything changes for a reason now.
Welcome back to the Rabbit Race.
Nothing just happened. There was no break. If you thought that there was a weird clip, that was on you. Check with your internet provider immediately.
What is happening? My screen share is fucking up. Let me try that again. All right, you ready?
Let's roll.
Come on, Mom.
Oh, God.
Bags are in the cab. The meter's running.
He's terrible.
Sleeping like a baby. Oh, my angel.
They're all terrible. Can I say, first of all,
Everything is bad about this whole
I
thing.
do not. I mean, the house is nice. I like the L stairs. This is fucking terrible, dude.
Again, it's a pilot. They do a whole bunch of pilots that never take off. Pilots are usually the worst episodes.
Of course. That was like $900 back then.
DJ.
Visit your room. Well, the money came from a room.
Let's go, Mom. Your bags are in the cab. The meter's running.
Way better.
Sleeping like a baby. Oh, my angel. Oh, I'm going to miss you.
Honey, Grandma's gotta go.
Sweetheart, I'm just going to...
It's grandma now.
Well, no, he said that in the beginning. It's his mom.
Oh.
Danny, I don't have to go back home.
Mom, this isn't how we rehearsed this last night.
Okay, quiz time. How's everything gonna work out?
Super great.
Ding, 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 ding. That's
This-
correct. DJ to...
This guy.
He's like Uncle Joey, right?
Yeah, he's like a character. Like he's, you know what I
Yes.
mean? Like he's not. This is not a real person.
Like that's your wholesome father figure,
Yeah.
father role. No, it's
This-
Uncle Joey. He's a little wind me up and go. Like I feel like he pretends he's fucking Robin Williams. I'll bet you anything he wants to fucking pretend.
Yeah, I definitely get that vibe, bro.
Nowhere near.
I don't know, man. He's just like this fool definitely has like a jar of pickled toes in like a secret fridge. Like he ain't right.
Time. How's everything gonna work out?
Time's up. What do I win? Dad, do I have to share my room with her?
Oh, honey, it's gonna be just like having a slumber party.
Yeah, except there's only one guest who never leaves.
And you know what? That means that you two are gonna get to be roommates. Isn't that exciting?
I can wear all DJ's clothes. Do I have to share my room with her?
Honey, it's gonna be just like having
Yeah.
a slumber party.
Young DJ looks like a Keebler elf. I just wanted to tomahawk that one out there.
Just making fun of little child actors for no fucking reason.
Who never leaves.
Yeah, this is terrible, dude.
By the way, I don't know how much you can legally show of other videos or something on a blah blah blah.
I know,
but
as long as it's not monetized.
yeah, we'll have to look into that later. But let's get a little bit of monetization in. Hey, but no, the real chemistry is fucking awkward. Like just one person can really change a whole show. Like, dude, most pilots don't get picked up. Like, what if that show just never got made and we wouldn't know?
Did you ever see the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia pilot?
Yeah, where instead of Charlie
It's-
having no, he has cancer, but it's instead of basketball, it was like sugar for coffee or something. Like Dennis made a whole bunch of coffee.
I don't remember the plot. I just remember the quality, like the shooting quality and stuff was shittiest. Like it was terrible.
Oh no.
It
It
was
was
so bad. It was like no budget, but the thing was the jokes were still funny. Like it was so funny that it was like if we can put money behind this, it would be a good show.
Yeah, man.
You know? Whereas that looked like that fucking John Posey Full House shit looked like we already put a bunch of money behind this.
Oh, they did, yeah.
And it's hot ass.
Yeah. I wonder.
Money's not going to fix that.
I wonder if they actually made the Uncle Joey character or something afterwards, where they're like,
right, maybe
we can still have the silly guy in there.
Hey, I'm Uncle.
All right, Chris, I'm gonna need you to cut it out. So that was so fucking stupid. And then not only that, he wasn't even just a comedian. He was a fucking ventriloquist. Remember, he had all the dummy puppets.
Oh, Couillet. Yeah.
So if anything, he's kind of a hacky comic at that too. Like,
right.
He was. I don't know.
The only puppet comedian I've ever seen that made me laugh was what's his name, Jeff Dunham, and even that was like his shit still got tired of me after a while. Like it's really funny, but it's not like replayably funny. Oh
yeah, like if you've heard that bit and your friends know that bit and you guys can joke about it, that's the replay there. By the way, I actually heard something cool about him. It's that the person who designs and carves out or makes the puppet will always get some residuals because you're on stage using their puppet. So
they get like royalties or something.
Exactly. So Dunham said, "Fuck you. Learn how to make his own. All of those are 100% his, so that he can keep all of his own money."
Hey, and Dunham, honestly, dude, the reason why I will never call Jeff Dunham a hack, even though I normally call like prop and gimmicky comedians. Normally, to me, that's hacky. But I will never call Jeff Dunham a hack because he is actually funny. He doesn't need his puppets to be funny. Like if you've ever heard him in like interviews or like
I have seen him in interviews,
like uncensored, where he's allowed to just fucking like not like daytime TV, but when he's allowed to like be funny, that fool is really funny.
I'm pretty sure now that you say it, I'm pretty sure I've heard him on radio somewhere where he did pretty well.
Yeah. I know he had an old episode on the Opie and Anthony show a long time ago, before he like when he was kind of like maybe like first blown up, but he was fucking hilarious, dude. Like he was hilarious, man. So I won't call him a hack. I will say he's not even close. He's a great comedian, but I'll say he capitalized on the fact that he realized he could make more money using puppets.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean? Like he didn't need them to be funny, but he realized that he could be funny with them and people liked him, you know?
Okay, here's something I don't think we've ever talked about. How do you feel about comedy magicians?
I don't think I've ever really, I mean, I've probably seen one or two on like America's Got Talent that made me giggle, but I've never like, I can't.
I want to say it's the Amazing Jonathan.
Oh, I've heard of him before. Penn and Teller are cool. I like them.
Penn and Teller are motherfucking great.
I love Penn and Teller.
They are amazing. I went in on a deep dive actually kind of like last year on Penn and Teller. Dude, they are exceptional. Like they're so awesome.
They're just two extremely talented guys, man. Like they just all the things they do, like they're great at magic. They have great charisma. They're just funny. They're cool. Penn Jillette, by the way, that's another one, man. If you ever listen to him talk real shit on some comedy stuff, that fool's a side buster, man. Like he's super funny.
He's the talker. Yeah. He's the main guy that makes them great. Like that's his thing. Like for sure. No,
he's as much a comedian as he is a brilliant magician. Like,
oh yeah, big time. And he doesn't give any fucks. And that's what's I think like.
I've never seen The Amazing Jonathan. Now that I'm looking him up. I've heard of him. I know who he is, but I've never watched any of his shit.
I mean, it's just funny, but they're going through their whole act bumbling, but then they also have the funny little tricks of it, you know, like I'm gonna guess your card or something, pick a card and then put it back in the deck, and they got like a oversized cards, you know, just yeah. But I've also seen this one dude. This dude was awesome. He was shaped like a turtle. He was an old guy shaped like a turtle, and he was so clean, but he would just the thing with shuffling, and he'd be shuffling them all fucked up and just looking off to the side and just be talking about like how you have to be really perfect and precise with you and then they all fumble.
I think I've seen that show before.
Like that kind of shit is great, but then they actually do a real trick, but it's they bumble all throughout where you're just like, this guy's a fucking idiot. How's the card inside the water? I was watching the water the whole time. This is my water cup. What the fuck? There's a card in my water. Yeah, dude, like I do like that because without having all the skills of a comedian on stage like a stand-up, you are performing and you got to do shit and you got to do magic at the same time. And it's kind of like a race, like racing in GTA. It's not a car racing game, but you can still do it. Like it's still pretty good at both worlds. Is my point.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But no, I'm not mad at comedy magicians. I think they're fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's funny is funny, man, and that's my thing. Like, same with like musical comedians, like guys who do music and stuff. Like, I don't like most of them, but some of them are funny. You know, like Stephen Lynch. Again, he's funny. I still don't like musical comedy. I just don't like it. So I don't like his music, but when he cracks jokes and stuff, he's a funny guy.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't
Stephen
know.
Lynch, he's the country dude. He sings like a comedy country. But he's a stand-up comedian. He's like a stand-up comedian. No, he's funny. But
that's a whole bunch of stacked up reasons why I'm not interested.
But as a musical comedian, because when you listen to musical comedy, you're not listening for the music anyway. Because the music's not really that good most of the time. It's just kind of a song fit around a joke, you know.
Right.
But no, I would say probably maybe my favorite gimmick comedian of all time would probably be Bo Burnham.
Yeah, you put me on Bo Burnham, actually. I would agree.
A close second would probably be Dimitri Martin.
Big time.
Yeah.
So I want to say, though, I did actually hear an interview. I don't remember if Bo Burnham was talking to Conan or Mark Maron, but he was talking about how he develops his set every single time. So his performances are always going to be different. Like he's not just going to be the guy on the piano routine. Like he did that to open, and now he's recognized, and he wants to build off of that. And he's not trying to be categorized as that, though. Specifically, like he doesn't want to be in that little niche or whatever.
Yeah. He doesn't want to get pigeonholed into just a musical comedian.
Yeah. And I mean, if I were to use any props, it would be some shit that you can fit in your pocket. And if you had to empty it out onto a cop car when you're getting arrested, you wouldn't look like a fucking weirdo. What do you got a rubber chicken in your fucking pants for? That's not a rubber chicken, officer.
One of my favorite Bo Burnham jokes of all time is he goes up there. It was in Words, which is his best special. Still is his best special. And in there he said, my ex-girlfriend had this really weird fetish where she would dress up like herself and act like a fucking bitch all the time.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Live your life.
All right, guys. Thanks for finishing the first lap of the Rabbit Race with Chris
and Brian. By the way, if you guys like the intro music, you can catch it at wormavin.com. Go in and pick up some CDs or vinyl. And also, if you like any of my spray paint art behind me, you can catch me on my Instagram. We'll have all of our links down here at the bottom. And you can also catch the Rabbit Race so that you guys can go ahead and keep pace with us on the next lap.
That's right. Lap's coming soon. That's going to be the Rabbit Race at YouTube, the Rabbit Race on Twitter, the Rabbit Race on Facebook, and the Rabbit Race podcast on Instagram. So we hope to see you guys again soon. Until the next lap.
Live your life. Everything changes.